Hello, and happy Saturday, everyone. Charlotte here. Welcome to my home. Well, today is the day we get started. Finally, I know everybody's excited to get started on their envelope journal. We are going to be working on the very first envelope. So if you're following along, just take your first one out. Somebody asked me yesterday, are my envelopes tea-dyed? Yes, they are. I like the color instead of white, so I do tea-dye my envelopes. And they kind of get this cool, crunchy, it changes them, and I really like that. So here is the inside cover, the very first one. And what I did, because I wanted to save some time, is I just got into all my ephemera and tried to pick out what I thought I wanted. And hopefully what I've chosen is going to work. And you can always add little bits later, so don't worry about it. If you think, oh, this doesn't have enough on it, you kind of walk away from it, kind of get the feel of what you're doing and the theme that you're going for, and then you can always come back and add like little labels, numbers, chipboard pieces, whatever later, stamping, and some, if you like words, you can always come in and add that. So on my first one here, I did get into my Tim Holtz, and I got into my Prima, and I just tried to grab things that I thought might look good, and lace, always lace. And I decided on this piece here, and so I always start with lace first because you can add on top of lace. But if I put ephemera, like this butterfly, I'm going to put here. If I put this butterfly down, put lace on top, I mean, yeah, I don't like that. So we are going to glue first, right out the gate here, this lace down. If my glue will cooperate, I did add more glue to this bottle. So that is going there. And even though my butterfly is going to cover up part of this window, that doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, then, don't do it. But it doesn't bother me at all, because I'm going to make a tuck out of that. This has to come off because this is where the spine is. We don't want that. And I see a little piece here. I know that there are several of you that are following along, so hopefully you're going to enjoy the process, because that's what this is all about. So now we've got lace. Looks pretty on both sides. And I wanted this to be a tuck. We have this pocket here. So I wanted a tuck right here, and be conscious of the fact that this is where you are going to be sewing. Sorry about the noise in the background. It's a beautiful day here today, and of course, people are out doing their thing in their yards. So do I have a scrap here where I can show you? We are going for a tuck right here. So I am going to just glue the bottom of this guy at the bottom so that we don't lose our tuck spot. So we are going to put him, being aware that we are going to stitch that, and more than likely, you saw on the other one, this will tend to, depending upon how much we put in this is going to want to kind of bow open. So here we have a nice tuck spot this way. It's a pretty big area. And then you are going to see what is behind it when we put a tag in there. And then I pulled this Tim Holtz, I think they're dahlias. And I am going to place this here, and I'm doing that because even though we have a tuck spot here, we're going to have a tuck spot that goes this way or this way, because I'm only going to attach this down just right here. So let's do that. Just right there. So that now we have this. We can come in this way or we can come in this way depending upon what we're going to put in here. This way. And you might look at this and you might say, well, look, you have all this white space. Well, you're right. I do. I have all that white space. So I could either go ahead and stamp, or I could put some lace work on here, or I could put, I don't know that I have any numbers that are really small enough. I might, let's see what I've got. I want to do just a little bit of collaging. I've got some Tracy Fox numbers here, and these come in so handy. But I'd like one that kind of goes up and down. That doesn't really... Or we could go this way. Just to add some interest, we also could put a little piece of lace there. But I have these little tinies. And if I got into my, I've got little tiny minis from Tim Holtz that might also work. But let's see if this would do it. I want them in a group. I don't want them. Let's see. I like this. Let's see about this. And you know, I don't like even numbers. I like odd. So I wonder if we put that there and maybe this number 3. Like that. Ugh, I'm just gonna do it because it's so tiny. They want to stick to me, so let's just do it. Put this down there, and then we'll get the other ones on. And then if you've got some of the Tim Holtz rub-ons, those, this is like a perfect area to go ahead and use your rub-ons too. So stamping, rub-ons, all would look really good. But you want visual interest. And so having empty space doesn't really give you that. Let's see if I can get this little guy down, and then we will call the first page pretty much done. So tiny. I need tweezers, but I don't have any. So put this right there like that. It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay too. So what do you think, guys? I'm going to call this done, and your 3D and your tags and all of that is what is going to make this right here just kind of pop out at you. But it's an interesting page. I could have stamped it. I don't need all that, so that doesn't bother me. I'm happy with this. So let's turn this over and let's go to this page here. And for this, I did come up with, I pulled some Prima. I have some more lace, and I'd like to put this lace up here at the top. So I am going to go ahead and do that. I think that's going to be really, really pretty. I happen to prefer a lot of lace in these books. You may not, and if you don't, that's okay. You don't have to have lace. It's strictly your preference of what you want. But I like the idea of lifting the flap like that. It's just something that I like to see. And then I got into my die cuts. If you wanted to, you could put a message up here, because when you lift this up, you may want to see something up there. That's fine too. I got into my die cuts, and I had this little guy here. And so I decided that I would put this pocket or tuck, I guess it's a tuck, right there. And so I'm going to do that. Now, if you don't have die cuts, you can just take a piece of your favorite cardstock and just create a tuck in this corner, or you might have something else that you would rather do. But this creates a nice little spot for something if you want to be able to have journal space or interest. And if you wanted to, you also could put something on top of this. I happen to like this, and I've pulled, this is a Prima, not chipboard, but cardstock ephemera. And I am going to place it right here. And I am going to put this word love right in here. This love could be, if you wanted to tack it down, and I think we will, just on the ends here and a tiny bit there. You don't want a lot of glue. We're going to have a space right here for a really tiny little tag. And so when you pull the tag out of here, this is a nice surprise. So you're going to have a tuck here, and a tuck back here. Now, I also, if you have, and I will pull glycine bags out, but if you have a small glycine bag, you could put your glycine bag here and put this on top of it and have your pocket from your glycine bag and have this also be a tuck. So that, keep that in mind too if you want to do that. But this is just going to be a little pocket right here. Keep in mind where your spine is. So we've got this tuck and this tuck. This is going to come down like this. And like I've said, we always can go back and add. If you look at this and you think, oh, I just want a little something else. So we are going to put this right there. We want just a tiny bit of glue because we don't want to mess that up with too much so that we lose the ability to be able to stick a tiny little tag in there. And we will put this right here. So this then just becomes a sweet little surprise when you go to, when you take whatever is in here out, and it's like, oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. And you can see we have a little spot right there where we can stick something in there, which is kind of cool. And then you might be saying, but look at this is plain. Well, I think I could probably come back and put something there. I think I'll put that on there. This was a piece of Medieval Mirage that I didn't use, and the color looks good, so let's tack this down there. Just like that. So we've got 1, 2, 3 little tuck spots there, plus a pocket. And that looks really, really pretty like that when you close it. And so then we come to this right here. We have a small pocket here, and I wanted to put, I think, Cherish up there. So let's do that. And then we're going to get into making a few snippets, and I'm going to pull some fabric, and we will do a fabric pocket with a flap. And I probably will do that off camera because it takes a while to do, and then I will explain to you what I have done. So if we flip this up, what I wanted to do, I got a hold of this negative, and I thought if I put this here, I've got a cute pocket this way, and then also on the top here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue it these 3 sides. So let me do that. I think this paper was from the Gilded Lily. I'm not positive, but I think it was. And it just happened to fit. And you have options here too. If you wanted to get acetate or vellum, you could go ahead and do that. But if you did that, you would lose your ability. You've got your pocket here, and then you've got this. So if you did put vellum on here, you would lose that. So we've got that, and then I just happen to have, and it looks like I've already lost it. I don't see it. I had a flower. Yep, I lost my flower. I have a flower that I want to put on here. I'll find it, but it's not here right now. So I am going to take this Prima Love, and you know, I would have had the flower there, so it looked good together, but I'm going to take this and I am going to glue this side, the bottom, and just a tiny corner, because what this is going to do then is give us another tuck right here. So let me do that. And we will put that right on there. And I want to see a little bit of that border. And I'm just kind of looking around for, where's my flower? I just don't see it at all. Dang, but I don't see it. So we have this pocket. We've got a tuck right here that we're going to put something in. And now we have a tuck right here. Then I thought, well, I think we need some lace. So I thought maybe we would go ahead and put a little bit of lace here. We won't cover up these roses because I like that. And if I keep it low enough, I'm not going to interfere with this pocket. So let's put this lace on. You can kind of see how your mind just goes. You've got to think of all these things. Here is my spine, so I don't want this where it's going to interfere at all with my spine, and I do see my flower, so we're going to put that on. Here he is. Just adds a little more interest, something else to look at. So we're building this up. This goes right there like that. There we go. Just like that. So unless we wanted to put a label up here or a word, I would say this is a label and a word might look good. Do I want to cover the butterfly up? No, I don't think so. I don't want green. Yeah, let's put that there. Or I could put treasures. Will it fit? Maybe not. Put this up there in that kind of just empty spot. And so we've got this page here. Do I want something up here? I don't think I need it. You don't want to get it to where it's becomes too much. So I think for now I am going to leave this. We can add a pin with beads on here. We could add just a little touch of lace here, and we might come back and do that. But now let's work on this page. And this is the back. And I pulled a bingo chipboard piece that will make a great tuck here. And I pulled another chipboard piece here that I thought would make a great tuck. And then I pulled a metal piece. And I forgot to pull the brad, so I need to go, let me go get the brad. I need to get the brads for this. And we could use this as a pocket. I'm pretty sure, yes, I do want that. So I think I would like, I've got these stickers. These stickers here, I think you get them at the office supply place. And I think I might add a sticker. You can see I love to use the stickers, so I've got this with the treasures. Maybe I will use this. Okay, let's get this down. Where do we want this? So if you want to use, I did put some wax on this. Sometimes I back this with cardstock. Sometimes I put a piece of lace and put it over the lace so that you can see behind it. I'm not using lace, and so I really think that this looks best. So we are going to put this here, and now we have to put some holes in here, making sure that we don't destroy the other side. And this can get tricky, guys. So where is my, here we go. Right there. I'll do one at a time. And I have my brads, and maybe I will use pink glitter. Just because I have pink glitter or red glitter. Well, I've got red hearts. Maybe we will use 2 red hearts. If I can find 2 red hearts. There we go. Let's use those. So, where's my hole? We will put this heart in there, this heart brad, and very carefully open this up. I have to say, very carefully open that up. Make sure my heart's facing the right direction. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to take a tiny piece of masking tape and I am going to put it on the back of that so that when we put a tag in here, we are not going to have that tag hit the back of the brad. So that's what I've done. Hopefully you can see that. And then we will do the same thing on this side. So I'm just poking a hole, putting the brad in. Maybe. And then we will open the brad. Gotta have a little bit of patience. Make sure our heart is where we want it to be. Easier to move the inside of the brad. Okay, then take, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm sure you can figure it out. And then we are going to cover the back of the brad. So that now when we put, hopefully you can see that, so that now when we put tags and paper in there, it's not going to catch on the back of those brads. So we've got this on there, and what this gives us, once again, this gives us a pocket this way, and you can stick something in this way if you want. So you really have two ways here of adding something. If we're not perfectly straight, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be perfectly straight. And then we are going to put this here, and it won't get in the way of the metal work. Obviously, you're not going to put a thick piece of paper here just because of that. You don't want it to get in the way of the metal work. This is thick enough, but you can come in from the top, you can come in from the side, and I might, now that I'm sitting here thinking of this, I might put a paper doll on top of here, because if I did, one of the Tim Holtz paper dolls, or I could put this on top of here. I kind of really like that. And then we have this tuck, we have this, and then we would have this tuck. So I think I might do this. Let's do this. I like that. So you can see as you're going along, there's a big chance that you're going to change what it is that you were going to do as you're looking at everything. So now we've got really 4 tucks. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we've got this big space here. And I see my washies coming up. Let me just put a little bit of glue there. So now what are we going to do with this space? Well, let's see. What do I have? I think I'd like really a paper doll there. So let me go and check what I've got, because I thought when I came over here that I would have everything that I need, but you can see it doesn't always work that way, guys. So hold on a second and I will be right back. But let me, I think I really want this treasures, this label here. I can see where I tried to pull, there we go. I think I want to use this just right up here. Just like that. I think that adds a lot. Now I do have, well, this is Halloween. I don't want Halloween, but I have some paper dolls. So let's see if I can find a small enough paper doll to use. They're so cute. I use a lot of the little ones making these books, and so when it comes to, oh, I think with the roses, oh yeah, they made, oh, they're perfect. Let's use these paper dolls. And let me, for those of you that might want to order these, I know Amazon has paper dolls. They are just called paper dolls. They're Tim Holtz paper dolls. So, I am going to take their feet off the page just a little bit there, and because I don't want to cover up treasures. I could bring them, but you don't have to. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue down here. Just like this. And we've got a great tuck space here. And so I'll show this to you. And if I need to put more glue just a little bit higher up, I can. But now, I mean, I know I'm repeating myself. We've got this and this. We've got this tuck space. We've got this tuck space here. It's not quite dry. And now we've got a great tuck space back here. And this kind of bothers me. So, I want to find something for here, and I don't know that I want it to necessarily be labels or numbers. I think I want it to be, I do have some metal numbers. So let me go and get those and see if I don't have a number. The number doesn't have to mean anything. We'll have to put some wax on it if we don't want it to be bright and shiny. So let me get a number. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this bag of numbers and bags and I think some, here's a 1. I've also got some of these, but I don't know that I want to dangle on there. This is 0. A 6. There's a 7. You got lucky number 7. So let's see if one of these wouldn't look good. The 6 looks good. 7 looks good. Not so much the 0. So I mean, you can see how much, oh, and I have a 1, but I don't think I want the 1. I don't want the 1. So let's get it between the 7. I think let's go with the 7 just because I think the shape looks good. And then I've got some Prima metallic wax. This is aged brass. You've seen me use this before. I just apply it with my finger. It's what I had put on this frame here. And it isn't anything special. It just kind of dulls it down a little bit. So we've got this, and of course it's all over me. Okay, and then just when I went to get it, I found this on the floor, and I thought, well, maybe, just maybe, that would look good. This look good here. Just a little piece of netting like that. With the 7. I'm not crazy about the netting. I think the idea is good, but if I put it like that, and then the 7. No, not too crazy about the netting at all. That's really going to interfere with the tucks. Yeah, no netting. I like the netting, but no netting. Okay, so now let's put our number on. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the number on using I don't know why this has to get so nasty. Sometimes I use glossy accents, but I think this will work just fine. And if it doesn't, I'll be forced to use cheesecloth or something to keep it down. But we should be okay. this right on there like that. And obviously that has to dry. So guys, this is the very first envelope. I don't know how long this has taken me. Hopefully not too long. I hope if I pick this up, that won't travel. So what we have so far, if we put this together, is we've got a tuck here and a tuck there. We have our pocket here, a tuck here, here, and here. And I might add something to here. We haven't done any charms or anything like that yet. So I might stick an eyelid here, and we might do a dangle. And then we've got, this is how it's going to look in the book. We've got this with our pocket, our tuck here, and a tuck here. And I think I will add a bit of lace or something off of this. Looks to me like it just needs something. And then the back here, we've got this tuck, 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 and a tuck, two tucks up here. So that's how it looks. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to leave this like this so it can dry. Hopefully you've been inspired and you are going to be joining me, because it's gonna, I just think it's gonna be a whole lot of fun, guys. So everyone, take care of yourselves. Have a really, really good rest of your week. I am probably not going to be back tomorrow, but I should be back on Monday. I still have, if you're interested, I think 5 surprise bags in my shop, so be sure to check that out. And I will catch you really soon. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.